What does crypto have to do with Ukraine? Let's find out. You ready? Let's do it. All right. Are governments trying to control us using crypto? Probably.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say so. Now, those looking for true sovereignty and control of their finances and everything else, make sure you listen to the end of this video where I'm going to tell you what Ukraine is doing and what all the governments are trying to do moving forward. Here we go. So my name is Oto Gomes. I've been in the crypto industry for almost a decade. And today I want to teach you about the different layers that the governments are going through right now to try to instill their own blockchain service so that you can fall into that trap. Check out this video until the end so you can learn all the little layers and so that you can try not to fall into those traps. Whew. What is happening in Ukraine right now? What is happening there? There are so many narratives that we're hearing about right now. It's a war with Russia. I've heard that the Russian soldiers don't even know why they're there and vice versa. And there's so many confusing pieces of information that I'm sure you are wondering what the heck is going on. Now, the one big piece of news that came out recently was certain blockchain companies, certain crypto companies closing the accounts or not allowing certain transfers to be done inside the country. Like if you have the IP address inside Ukraine, you can't make certain transfers inside Coinbase. Coinbase is one of them. I've heard this through a few, I think I've heard this through with MetaMask, where MetaMask is supposed to be a Web 3.0 wallet. And so MetaMask, because it's a software, they're stopping certain transactions from happening if the IP address matches Ukraine, which, you know, you can bypass that with a VPN real quick, but you know, that's, well, what the heck? What countries, what are you doing? What are you trying to do here? You know, crypto is about sovereignty. There's really two layers to this if you really want to kind of break it down, okay? There's going to be branded coins and there's going to be sovereign coins, or you call freedom coins. The government is a branded coin. It doesn't matter what government it is. It doesn't matter what corporation it is, right? Those are all the branded coins. Branded coins, they come with a form of ideology. They come with a form of mindset, a type of mindset that is still connected to the old paradigm, the toxic capitalism where somebody needs to lose for you to win. That's what these new companies are trying to instill now in blockchain. Governments, they don't want to lose control. Governments don't want to lose control. And what's happening in Ukraine right now, in my opinion, this is my opinion, is that there's a huge shift in power happening. A huge shift in power from the SWIFT system into a blockchain system. So you're probably asking, what can I do? What can I do, Otto? What can I do? Tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you. So what can we do, right? Well, there's proper storage. That's the first thing. When you buy crypto, you know, it's really easy to compare it to things that we're used to. So we have stocks, we have commodities. When you go buy that stuff, usually, you know, you're going online, you're going to a website, whether it's Ameritrade, Scottrade, all those websites, you know, now it's Robinhood. They made it nice and cute and pretty into an app. Those are all still centralized. You're still having to access a central server, log into your account, and then you can now buy and sell and see your portfolio. The thing is with crypto, if you don't own your keys, you don't own your crypto. That's just how it works. You know, I call it a physical digital. That's the reason I call it that. It's because it's not stocks. It's not digital commodities. You know, it's not this thing that has to be housed or stay in a company a third-party company that you trust. Because what's happening right now, all of these third-party companies are becoming untrustworthy through their censorship, through their suppression, through their cutting off, through their, oh, well, you don't agree with our ideology, so you can't work with us. Centralization, that's the issue right now. That's the issue. And once we become aware that proper storage is in a decentralized format, not in a central server, but in your own server, that's when things will start to shift because we will start taking the value away from their control. So proper storage is essential for security. If you don't have proper storage, then yes, the government can come in, put their fear of God into these companies that, you know, they're all just trying to do the right thing and follow the rules of the road and be as self-regulated as possible. But with that fear, they're going to, most, in my opinion, especially the ones that have made it, will start to bend and start to enforce what the government wants. So it's really on us individually to not only discern, to use the right companies that, hopefully won't do that, but also don't leave your crypto in the exchange. Withdraw it. Take it out of that exchange. Put it into your own wallet. And your own wallet is something as simple as this. This, as you can see, if you can see real close, this is called a Trezor. Trezor. This right here, okay, essentially like a little USB device. And this houses the private key, so like the backup key that opens up your wallet. Crypto is omnipresent. It's everywhere, all at once. So this, all it's really doing, when we say it's stored in here, physical, digital, this is just the key, poof, 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 that unlocks the window for you to look inside the blockchain and go, oh, look at all the blockchain. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can be anywhere in the world, but then you can see the blockchain. And then you go, there's my money. And then you go, come to me. Come to me in this location. Poof, and then you get access to it. So proper storage is the essential so that you don't have government scrutiny coming over you and trying to control your money. Second thing is the proper routes, the proper paths. If you don't take the proper paths, then you will fall into I call it a control trap or a tracking trap. Call it a tracking trap. So if let's say you want to get into crypto and you have the proper storage, you bought your treasure and you're like, I'm ready to go. I want to get my crypto and put it in my safe wallet so the government never has control of it. Cool. That's very easy to do today. You can quickly do that. The one trap that in my opinion, they're now kind of facilitating and trying to get people into those honey traps is that tracking trap. So the tracking trap is you go and you buy your crypto, but you buy it from a well-known exchange. Coinbase, Gemini, any of those exchanges, those are all potential honey traps, which means that yes, you can go there, you create your account, you have a blockchain wallet, and then you buy the crypto. From that moment forward, what happens? Well, that company, right, that third-party company, Coinbase, let's say, now has the wallet that is directly connected to your name. So that connection, that correlation, I can now, as the company, every transaction that you do moving forward, I can track it. I can look for that transaction. Why? Because it's open source. So as long as I know that address is yours, I can now track the transactions moving forward and sometimes even backwards if that wallet is not brand new and it was just one that you carry over. So make sure that when you buy your crypto and you decentralize it and you put it into your own storage, right? You remove it from the exchange. If you want to go down the anonymity route, to be anonymous, there's two ways. The first way is if you have to buy it through these exchanges, there are these companies called tumblers, okay? These decentralized applications that you can essentially, you go to this application and you can put your crypto there. Let's say you have 1 Ethereum and you can put your crypto there and you can click Tumble and it'll match your 1 Ethereum to another person that has 1 Ethereum. And that match, tumbles it. So then now somebody that wants to track you, they can't anymore because it's been tumbled with something else. And then poof, you get lost in the transactional tumble. So that's one path you can take. Another path, which is a little easier or harder, depending on how you want to look at it. It's easier for me. I buy crypto OTC, we call it, over the counter, which means you're not necessarily going through a central exchange to be able to buy your crypto. So that's what I love about crypto is that you get to buy crypto physically, like bartering, like trading, actual trading, right? The traditional trading, not the toxic one, not toxic trading. We don't want that. It's essentially what we're going back to, which is a digital bartering system. So the traditional trading, you can do it in person. So imagine you give somebody $1,000 in cash and then they go boop and they give you your crypto right there in that moment. Untraceable. Totally untraceable because it's in person. And so that person will know, right? But if it's a trusted friend, you're good to go. So those are the two ways that if you want to divert or at least become anonymous in the systems, those are the two quick paths that you can take. But always remember, properly store your crypto. Always, always, always back up your wallet. Okay, when you store it in one of these, or any wallet for that matter that's decentralized, and you own the private key, then back up your wallet. It's so super important, especially nowadays with the chaos that is technology. Just so difficult to use, but easy at the same time, right? Another very important piece to this, okay? A lot of people, when they're transitioning into the space, it's very difficult to step away from the old paradigm. Really, to really step away and go like, all right, that's the old system. That's how it works. I don't like it anymore. Let's see if something else can exist and will exist. Let's see if something else can exist, right? Well, it's hard because, that's a huge leap. We've all been born into a system that we've been normalized, and we've benefited from in so many ways. Me personally, I worked in an accounting office. I prepared thousands of tax returns supporting the old system. Why? Because I was born into it. I believed in it. My father, my mother, they believed in it. And so they taught me that. My brothers taught me that. And that's okay. That's okay. That's just the system we were born into. But now we have a chance to step away from that system, completely away. So it's funny to me. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys. It's funny to me when I get people come to me and they go, "Hey, what's your cash out plan? What's your cash out plan?" I'm like, "Bro, I have no cash out plan. I have zero cash. I have cash in plan. Cash in. How much more crypto can I buy?" I've been in the industry since 2012, 2013, and I did have a cash out plan back then. And I slowly let that go. Why? Because I understood crypto for what it can be, what it will be. And no government, no corporation, no entity can stop the flow that is crypto. And until, I guess, you understand the internet, you understand the complexities of it, it's hard to grasp that. It's hard to grasp that, and I get it. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to try to help you understand the entire picture, so that you can start to feel confident, to start doing it yourself, to start the daily habit of practicing abundance, of tapping into abundance through crypto, of doing all the steps that's going to take you away from the SWIFT system, from the centralized SWIFT system, and into a decentralized blockchain system. This is the steps that we're taking, okay? It's not about this cash out plan. It's what's the cash in plan. And here's what's amazing. The governments know this. They know this. They know that we are doing this, that the transition is happening. And so they're like, oh, we got to make it like they need to cash out. Because if they don't cash out, we're in trouble, because then we can't track. And so there's been a lot of talk in Canada, Ukraine, all of these different countries that are going through tension, division, and war, is that they're trying to now instill this mindset of like, well, crypto can be used for a lot of evil things. It can support, evil countries like Russia, and it can be used to buy and sell drugs and for trafficking. Yes, all true, all very true. But that's 50% of it. The other 50% is allowing us to disconnect from those systems and to create our own. And they don't look anything like we've ever been used to. These are very different systems, new structures, new layers. And until we can start to disconnect from the fear, it's going to be really hard to see the potential or to see the possibilities in these new systems. So just be aware that, hey, evil is going to use this. Evil is using this. And when I say evil, there's a lot of layers to that too. There's a lot of layers to what evil actually means. And so governments, unfortunately, are not acting in the best interest of its people. That's something I think we've seen in history, and now we've seen in the last couple of years. We need to be able to look at these events as something more than what we're being presented with. Because if we get stuck in the narrative that we're being sold, then we're not really tapping into our own discernment. We're allowing somebody else's emotions to be absorbed by our bodies. and allowing those emotions really to drive our actions. So back to Ukraine. All right, back to Ukraine. In my opinion, okay, this is my opinion, given what I know about good old Schwab, right? Charles Schwab and the WEF and their involvement with Ukraine, given what I know about those three pieces of the puzzle. You know, the war, honestly, I believe is a mere distraction to facilitate the transition from the SWIFT system into a blockchain system. It is a trap. It's a total trap. That's what's happening, in my opinion. That's what's happening. They're using the war. There's this think about it. The SWIFT system being the democratic system. And now you have Ukraine feeling the forces and the tension of Russia. And then excuses of, oh, we can't function. We can't access our livelihoods. We can't live because of Russia. And so they're like, oh, well, we got to get away from all of these systems. We got to do blockchain. And now you have the President Vladimir talking about this new app, DIA, DIA. And they're calling it a state-run service. It couldn't be more in your face, but I honestly believe that this is just a facade to implement their own branded centralized blockchain system. And they can call it decentralized all day, but it's going to be a hybrid. There are definitely going to be layers of it that are going to be centralized, and those are going to be the little traps to control and to manipulate. Okay. To summarize all of this, there are three things that I want you to take away from this. Three big things. First of all, don't fall into the branded traps. The branded traps are going to come from governments, corporations, and organizations, nonprofit organizations that you trust, that you've trusted, that you've put your trust into. And you're going to feel this heart pull in you to trust the branded projects. Be careful. Discern. Discernment uses intellect. Think about it. Look at it. Investigate. Be curious. Second thing, proper storage, proper paths. Okay. If you don't properly store your crypto, which means buying it and decentralizing it, as well as navigating the transfers properly, you will be eventually trapped. You will fall into a trap because it's centralized. You don't own your keys. You don't own your crypto. Last thing, third thing, cash out plan is not real. Stop thinking about cashing out. Start thinking about cashing in. Okay, this is a crypto out plan, not a cash out plan. It's a crypto out plan, cash in plan. There you go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to me. I love that you stuck around to the end to be able to know all the downloads and codes and stuff that comes up through the conversation and through me allowing this to flow through me. Thank you. Thank you for listening. And if you want to learn more, if you want to follow me, make sure you hit that subscribe button down on below this video. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm about to be on Twitch. Y'all. Definitely make sure you check it out. Love you all. And always remember to gamify your abundance. Love you guys.